Meta gives researchers access to Instagram data for teen mental health study. More on that in moments, but first, CD players are back, baby. As Gen Z absorbs the 90s it never experienced through retro nostalgia like Nirvana, Tamagotchi, and wired headphones, audiophile brand FiiO is here to capitalize. The company's new portable CD player, the DM13, builds on the blueprint of icons like the Discman. But it adds modern touches like high-fidelity wireless and a built-in battery so Gen Zers are spared the pain of lugging around a small arsenal of AA cells to change at the top of every hour. The FiiO DM13 follows the company's retro reboots of the vinyl turntable and, for unfathomable reasons, the cassette player. The upcoming CD player has a sleek design with a digital display across its front, making for a much sharper-looking modern aesthetic than the trash we Gen X old farts used when jamming out to timeless music legends like Candlebox, Right Said Fred, and the Squirrel Nut Zippers. Learn more about the FiiO DM13 at Engadget.com. Serious concerns have been raised about the effect of social media on teenagers' mental well-being. Meta is letting a group of researchers examine some of Instagram's data to determine if social media is psychologically damaging younger users. The Verge reported that the Center for Open Science, COS, is launching a new joint pilot program with Meta to produce independent studies about how social media affects teenagers' mental health. The Instagram Data Access Pilot for Wellbeing Research program will conduct independent academic research using up to 6 months of Instagram data to determine the potential positive or negative associations of Instagram use among teens and young adults. The study will also examine the positive and negative differences of large populations across the world and the causes of statistical relationships between Instagram and social or emotional health, according to the program's website. The data researchers can access may include an Instagram user's followers and the accounts they follow, account settings, and the amount of time they spend on the photo sharing service. The researchers will not have access to users' demographic information or the contents of their posts and comments. The data will come from accounts based in 24 countries, including the US and UK, according to the Request for Proposal, RFP. Other scientific studies conducted by researchers from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, and New York University and Stanford have found parallel links between social media use and the state of a person's mental health. The link earned greater awareness last year when Arturo Bejar, a former director of engineering for Protect and Care at Facebook, testified before a Senate Judiciary Subcommittee that he alerted the company and its CEO Mark Zuckerberg by email of the dangers their product could have on young people. Bejar testified that 7 days before the hearing, 13% of users on Instagram between the ages of 13 through 15 receive unwanted sexual advances. He also testified that his own 16-year-old daughter exhibited signs of a momentary decline in mental health when a user commented that she should, quote, get back to the kitchen, unquote, under one of her posts. A month before the hearing, 41 states filed a lawsuit against Meta for allegedly misleading the public about the potentially addictive nature of its platforms like Facebook and Instagram among teenagers. My experience after sending that email and seeing what happened afterwards is that they knew there were things they could do about it. They chose not to do them, and we cannot trust them with our children, Bejar said during the hearing. It's time for Congress to act. The evidence, I believe, is overwhelming. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Today's show featured journalism by Engadget contributor Danny Gallagher and was produced by Spoken Layer. I'm Imran Sheikh, and as always, we'll talk more tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.